Gentlemen, welcome to Ammo, Alpha, Melaninated, Masculine, Objectives. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. This is for men only. Men only. No, masculine men only. Alpha melaninated masculine men. Ammo. I'm doing this because YouTube, there's no way they're going to ever let me monetize. They want to censorship me. They want to flag my videos. I'm doing it this way. But guess what? The blockchain is coming. And now that censorship and all that is over, I'm in the process of removing the platform. So I need the alpha melaninated masculine men. You simps, you beta males, you feminine men, this is not for you. Kevin Samuels, man, they dragging you. They're dancing on your grave trying to destroy your legacy. They don't understand. Brothers, the key, the biggest problem that we have, brothers, is ourselves. We are not leaders of our women. Our women, we are a conquered man. We are a conquered man. And whenever one nation conquers another nation, the woman belongs to the man. Let's go to the root of all our problems, brothers. Please listen to this. You want to know the root to solve all of these problems? The key to solving all of these problems is understanding the root. The root of it is this right here. Here's where it all started, brothers. This is called the Willie Lynch Letter. I know y'all have heard of it. It's a speech given in Jamestown, Virginia in 1792, the early 70s. And it is a slave trader giving instructions to the owners on how to make a slave. Let us make a slave. It goes into all of the techniques and process. But therefore, I got to point out, break the female. They use everything, man, to make a slave. But break the female. Keep the body, take the mind. Black women have the mind of the white man. Black women, look, male image destroyed. Put the woman out front, the breaking process of the act, put her out front. Make the man mentally weak, dependent, but physically strong. Right, Will Smith? Mentally weak, physically strong. The nigger female out front and the nigger male behind. This is how they set this up. The marriage, breeding, and the whole nine. Later they said, I won't get too deep into it, but most of y'all have heard of this, but y'all don't understand this. Hearing of it and understanding how they did it is different. How did they did it? By putting the woman out front. First of all, by putting the woman out front, you got to take her mind, her education. You got to be the one to educate her. She's number one in education. What did God say? God said the man is the ruler and the black man is the first man on the planet. And God said he's to have power and dominion over everything. And the woman was made for him. He wasn't made for the woman. Look at these. This is the 8 groups in America. The 8 major groups divided by race and gender. The black woman, number one in education. What does that mean? So many of us brothers do not understand. Listen to this brother right here.
We cannot wait for some larger construct, some larger media outlet, some larger academic institution to tell us who we are.
He's lost.
Rely on our own.
He's worshiping the woman.
We are great.
Putting the woman, putting a God beside God. Listen to this, brother. Many of you brothers think like this. This is why you're failing. This is why it's our fault. We fell for the okie doke. Listen, you beta males, you simps, get your bitch ass off of this video. It ain't for you. Get your halfway feminine ass off this. Get your mentally weak off this. It ain't for you.
Black and Married with Kids presents Truth You Won't Believe. This is a continuation.
Listen to this Negro.
And I don't want to get confused with numbers and data, but these are 2 very, very specific points around African American women achievement today. And I don't want this to be confused because it's 2 very important and critical tipping points in the African American community's history, as well as achievements for African American women. In episode 2, we talked about, for the first time, over 50% of young black women, 18 to 24, are enrolled in college. Half. Overall, this is from age 15 to forever. For the first time in the history of data collection by the National Center for Education Statistics, as reported by the U.S. Census Bureau, Black women have surpassed every other group in this country based upon race and gender.
I wonder
what
why.
Does that mean?
I wonder why.
For the first time in our history, African American women have surpassed all groups in college entrance based upon race and gender. That's right. African American women enroll in college more than Asian men, white women. You name the group, either race or gender, African American women are number one by the numbers. 9.7%. Historic and monumental. A number that I believe every mainstream media, if not mainstream, every black media outlet should be reporting. This is Black History Today. It's being made. Where is the press release? Where is the news out? Where is the media outlet that would give us just one slight tip of the hat?
Shut up.
Black women.
Shut up, Negro. You don't know what the hell you talking about. You saw, and let me show y'all again. I'm going to show y'all again. I want to pull this up again. Black women, number one in education. Who's at the bottom? White men and Hispanic men are at the bottom. But brothers, they run this country. She's at the top. They're at the bottom. They run this country. What are they doing with their education? Let's look at these numbers, though. These are business owner stats by race. Black people who are more educated and they're together, the woman is like number one and the black man's like number 4. But who leads in business owners? White people and Hispanic people. So who are you working for, black woman? Brothers, I'm just trying to put y'all up on game. See, some of y'all so fucking weak, I can't tell y'all nothing anyway. Get your bitch ass off this video anyway. These are facts. Who's she working for? Huh? Who's giving her her education and her curriculum? Huh? Who's giving her her education and her curriculum? Who's teaching her? Who's making a slave? How did they do it? Light skin versus dark skin, young versus old, blah, 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 blah. But mainly the woman out front and the nigga man behind and scared. Will Smith was laughing when Chris Rock made that joke. He looked over at Jada and got scared. So many of you, yeah, I'm finna say it, bitch ass niggas are afraid of your woman. And then you wonder why she don't want you. Look at this. Who made her? He's making a better slave. What does the leader got to say about it? The baddest black man on the planet.
Show me what they have done for black people.
Come on. Take it back, son.
You get no high mark for being sincere.
Religion.
You get a high mark for being right.
That's right.
And ain't no white man gonna give you no theology and make you right for your people. Do you hear me? You can take it or let it alone. Bring me your degreed Negroes. Show me what they have done for black people. The white man doesn't give you a degree to serve your people. He gives you a degree to serve him. And this is what you and your people have done for 400 years. Serve your enemy. Fight for your enemy. Die for your enemy. Give your woman and your children to your enemy.
Brothers, did y'all hear that? That's the root. That is the root. Check out this brother, Andrew Tate. I love this brother. This brother's a mixed brother. He father's black, mother's white. He has something to say to Will Smith. This is a message to Will Smith. Listen to this brother. This is the problem with too many of you brothers.
I feel like I need to send a message to Will Smith. I don't know why this is my obligation, but I might be the only man who can get through to him in a short 2-minute and 20-second video because I'm concise and I'm precise. I'm that guy. I'm compendious. Will, this is only going to end badly. There is a time in which she's going to switch on you and turn on you completely and start pretending she is the victim and you're the abuser. He lost his temper with me. He screamed at me. He was horrible to me. He almost hit me. And she's going to do that as her final wriggle, her final last little piece of evilness inside of her to damage you. Females are not kind, sweet, innocent creatures by nature. They are submissive by nature. They don't submit to you because your frame is too weak. They're going to submit to society. And the society she is submitted to, the left-wing liberal Hollywood society, is literally man-hating. She is enjoying hurting you, Will. She enjoys seeing you squirm. That's why such a simple request like "don't film me" is a big problem for your wife. She enjoys cheating on you. She enjoys saying she didn't want to get married. It's all funny. Ha, ha, ha. Look what Will put up with. She loves putting the squeeze on you, Will, and eventually, when she gets bored of that, she's going to turn and try and say you're abusive and wreck you. If you have any brain left, any brain at all, you need to replace her. Her whole ego is based on the fact that you are chasing her, and you can destroy her ego when you replace her. You lost your temper with Chris Rock. You're not mad at Chris Rock. You don't want to hit or hurt Chris Rock. You're mad at the fact that whenever her name is mentioned, you're furious, but you're mad at her. You want to hit her in the face, and you can't. So you hit Chris Rock for saying she had no hair. Gee, she has no hair. And Chris Rock could have made better jokes. He had plenty of material, bro. He went soft, and you know he did. But you're so furious when her name is mentioned because really you know she deserves a slap in the face. A slap in the face you can't give her. The only retribution you can get for all the embarrassment she has bestowed upon you is to quickly stop chasing her, replace her with something 19, and attack her basic biology. Doesn't matter how big her ego is, doesn't matter how bad you've made it by chasing her, making her think she's special. If you replace her with a 19-year-old, she's gonna know you ain't shit but old, crusty ass, dried up, bitter ass bitch. So Will, if you're listening to me, that's what you're gonna do.
Brothers, the problem is you don't know who we are. We don't know who we are. We don't know our worth. The white man who made our woman conquered us and influenced her mind. They don't want us to know our worth. They don't want us to know who we are. Listen to Jada Pinkett here. Listen to her, what she needs. Listen to her tell you what she needs. Listen to her.
In you to be this thing for me so I don't feel a certain way. Mm-hmm. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put so much pressure on you and find really sneaky ways to manipulate you so that you will always be the thing that I need you to be so that I'm happy.
G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Oh, Richard.
Oh, wow. In you.
See that? I need you. I'ma manipulate you. Look at Will Smith, man. Obviously, he don't understand and know his value. He fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Be the good husband. Raise a good family. Yeah. Make all this money. Be successful. Your wife will love you and be there for you. Look at this. This brother is bad. Y'all got Will Smith fucked up. Top of the food chain. Talent. Music. Acting. You sleeping on his music, man. His television show. He's tall, he's rich, he's handsome, he's everything a woman says they want. High value. Let's look at his money. Let's look at his movie numbers, his gross box office as an actor, leading role, worldwide box office. His leading role of what he's generated worldwide, $6.5 billion as a leading ensemble member, $2 billion as a supporting actor, almost $1 billion. Look at that. That's damn near $10 billion. Look at that. Just the leading ensemble and supporting. We didn't get into producer, executive producer, more billions. This is Will mother freaking Smith. Let's look at his net worth. This could be a little off, but they're saying $350 million is his net worth. Most women say they want a high value man. Kevin Samuels, the ones come on his channel, they want somebody a certain height. But this is what they talk about. 6 figures. This man is worth, according to this, 9 figures. Now let's look at, want to talk about worth? Let's look at Jada, his wife. Look at Jada. Leading, not even $1 billion. Leading ensemble, 1.8 billion. Supporting, 1.8 billion. Producer, executive producer, under $1 billion. Let's look at her net worth, 50 million. See, brothers, this is for all of these eavesdropping women who are watching this video, because you know they like to eavesdrop. Anything men only, anything black men only, you're going to have black women and white men feeling uncomfortable that we talking to each other. You know why? Because they don't want us to wake up to our worth. This is why they were angry at Kevin Samuels. He was putting the high value man in perspective. He was questioning their worth versus what they want. Check out this sister here, the Crimson Cure. Most of these sisters are lost and gone, but we got to give credit and we got to give respect and we got to give acknowledgement to the sisters who are calling out these sisters. You know, when they say not all, this is a perfect example of not all. There's very few of these sisters, but check this sister out. Check out her station or her channel, the Crimson Cure. Check her out. This is what she had to say about black women and them celebrating and why they hated Kevin Samuels so much. She offers a hell of a perspective. It's all about value, brothers. They don't want you to know your value.
The one thing that made black women really hate Kevin Samuels' message was that he had the audacity to state implicitly and also imply that black men had intrinsic value and that black men had a value of their own that was not tied to the subservience to black women.
Go ahead.
And that black men had a value that was not assigned to them by black women.
Go ahead.
And I want y'all to think about that.
That's
for
deep.
a moment,
Go ahead.
because that's what was really making the hyenas mad. Yeah, they was mad when he called them overweight. Yeah, they was mad when he said, well, you leftover women, or, you know what I'm saying, or you're in the danger zone, or any of the other things that he would say. They were mad about that. They were mad about that stuff, sure. But mostly, I think the vitriol that was reserved for him came from his assertion that black men could be high value men, that black men had value. And the reason why they were mad at that is because all hyenas' actions and all of their thoughts are founded on the assumption and the assertion that black men don't have any value. They absolutely have no value, especially not any that a black woman didn't assign to him.
She dropped that, brothers. This alpha melaninated masculine objectives is to wake you up to who you are, is which they don't want you to know. The white man rules the world. He's conquered the world and he conquers the women. And he uses the women to keep us in check and to raise mentally weak little boys, feminized little boys, and masculine, strong women. He reversed the roles of nature. He took what God did and reversed it, put the woman out front and the man behind. And anytime you reverse the roles of nature, basically what you're saying is you reverse what God did. You did the opposite of what God did. And let me tell you something. When you're the opposite of God, what are you called? Devil. Check out this white man. Check out this white man right here. It's a podcast called Fresh and Fit. He's at the table here with a bunch of women. These are 2 black women. See, they understand the white man rules the world. See, her right there and her right there. These 2 men right here are millionaires. This is a businessman. I don't know that he's a millionaire, but he's an adult star. And they're having a discussion, and the question is asked, How should Will have dealt with Jada when she took him to the red table and embarrassed him and called the affair with Augustina an entanglement? And black women were so tickled. Oh, an entanglement. Laughing at him. This is what the white man says Will should have done. Watch the response of these two sisters. They know, whether they want to admit it or not, what he's saying is right. And they know that the white man rules the world. So there, as said in the Willie Lynch letter, to break the female and have her eaten out of your hand. See, they break this down. You think they just got us out of Africa and we just willingly and we just became this way? Nah, this was 300-year process. 300-year process.
Some face.
Yeah, they should have.
Check this white man out. They asked him, what should Will have done? How should he have handled Jada? We're talking about value. Check out what the white man say and watch the sisters.
Face.
Yeah, they should have never even done the fucking talk.
At all.
You cheated. Your shit's at the road. You're fucking trash. Get the fuck out. Bam. I'm a fucking superstar. You're not shit. You rode me on my coattails for a career, and you fuck some dude. We don't need to look up August. You fuck some dude. You're out.
Mm-hmm.
I Will motherfucking Smith.
Bam.
Okay? You know what Rollo would say? He'd say Alpha fucks Beta bucks. Tupac and August. What are they? And then what is Will?
Mm-hmm.
Get your shit and get the fuck out. Because last time I checked, I'm Will Smith, and I can replace you with 30 20-year-olds. Get the fuck out.
That's 1,000%.
And here's the deal. If she doesn't know that, she will cheat on you.
Gotcha.
If a woman, you know how I said respect equals love? It's actually, respectfully, fear equals respect equals love. Because if she does not think you can replace her, if no woman wants a man that no other woman wants, respectfully.
Yeah.
So if she thinks she can cheat on you and you stay, does she really respect you? No, she's gonna go sleep with Tupac or August or whoever. It's completely Will's fault. And I think the only reason they did that talk is because she has such a power over him that they need to make her look good and say it was an entanglement. They're gonna talk it out. Fuck that shit. Shit's at the road.
Wow. Damn.
He said it's completely, and I agree. It's completely Will's fault. You see how these women, they know. They know that the man always wins in the end. See, God made it this way. See, these women squander away their beauty in their 20s and want to trick us. This is what Kevin Samuels was saying. And this is why they hate him. This is why they hate him, because it's exposing what they know. God made it this way, brothers. You don't lose value. You gain value as you gain experience, resources, and time. They know they have a time clock, a biological clock. Don't blame us women. For those of y'all who are eavesdropping, take that up with God. Yeah, you got a biological clock that's ticking. This is why they get worried when 30 come. This is why they get worried when 40 come. And Jada's past 50 now. That's why she didn't start tripping now. Will Smith is 53, older than Jada, and he can easily replace her. But this right here, Fox Soul, this is what I want to talk about, brothers. These sisters on Fox Soul dragging Kevin Samuels. All of these sisters are past their prime. Fox Soul, though, this is controlled by white men. Fox Soul. He got black women up here who once were very pretty.
All right, let's get into it. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into this. So, following the news
Claudia
of
Jordan.
Samuel's death, Marlon Wayans posted this message on Instagram. Love him or hate him, he spoke his
Vivica
truth.
Fox.
We can view truth as hate, but sometimes his
And Lisa Ray.
medicine didn't taste so sweet. And if you hate it, why tune in? Why call in?
This is what Marlon Wayans said in the passing of Kevin Samuels. So they got these 4 black women on Fox Soul. See, this is the Caucasian, the white power who control Fox and control the media. They're gonna promote the woman to spread this stupid ass shit. But I want to show y'all how stupid they are, and it's our fault if we don't recognize what the fuck is going on.
Vivica, let's start with you because you seem to be having
Watch her
quite a
ass.
reaction.
Vivica's bitter.
And well, me and Lisa Ray both had the whole side eye. Like, what the hell? Is he kidding me? Healing? Healthy? This man was a hypocrite, in my honest opinion. He really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African-American women on a consistent basis.
She called him a hypocrite. She's bitter. To the young women who may be eavesdropping, don't let this be you one day. This is how it is. Father Time is undefeated. You won't be 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 forever. This is how it ends for you. The older women aren't telling you this. They're just bitter and old and by themselves. Shh. Claudia Jordan, Vivica Fox, Lisa Ray, these girls used to be bad when they were young. They used to be bad when they was young. Remember her? Remember her? With all the money and all the cosmetic surgery. And this picture right here, she was 34. She was 33, 34 in this picture. Let's look this woman up. Vivica Fox. Born in 64. She's now 57 years old. Vivica Fox. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Personal life. In 1998, she got married at 34. In 1998, when she got married to some guy from 6'9". At 34, they divorced. 4 years later, she briefly dated rapper 50 Cent in 2003. So she was 39. Black don't crack. Yeah, she looked good for 39. All that money and cosmetic surgery sure helps. But she dated 50 at 39, right when he was coming into the game. The hot young rapper. She's on him, 39 years old. She trying to press him for marriage. He ain't going for it. Let's look at him. Curtis Jackson, he's now 46. Curtis Jackson. 50 Cent, I don't have to tell you about all the records he sold, or do I? I don't have to tell you about Power. What's he doing now? The BMF movie. I don't have to tell y'all about that. I don't have to do that. I don't have to show you that 50 Cent is still at the top of the game, one of the most high-value men in entertainment. And look at her. Bitter. Call him a hypocrite. Call Kevin Samuels a hypocrite. Oh, I got to go back to my girl from Crimson Cure. Crimson Cure, she called Kevin Samuels a hypocrite. Did you hear that? Get her, girl. Get her.
They're hypocrites.
Get her. Hypocrite.
Not all y'all together. Tell Ice Cube that. Tell Ice Cube that you was all one. Because when Ice Cube said everybody was all one thing, y'all said no. What's in it for black women? Now, when the critique is about black women, now we all is together and we family. We are family. Cause I got all my hyenas in me. Like, okay, now we family. But when Ice Cube came on there and he was like, and y'all was like, well, what's in it for black women? He was like, well, we all black. It's for everybody. No. He was like, well, aren't you black? No. Y'all straight up chorused and said no. Y'all could have been a choir. No. Y'all was like, no. Actually, we not.
What she's referring to is when the election was coming and Donald Trump was running against Joe Biden, Ice Cube put together a plan. He got a bunch of experts, black experts in economics and other fields, and he created a plan, and he presented the plan to both Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Joe Biden said, we'll read your plan, Ice Cube, after the election. Oh, they just knew they was going to win. Donald Trump looked at it. It made these same black women, these old, over-the-hill black women who are past their prime, they attacked Ice Cube. Fox Soul again now. Queens with cocktails. Queens with weaves and makeup and cosmetic surgery. Called Kevin Samuels a hypocrite. Check out this hypocrisy, black man.
It's been pressing. Everybody's been like, he's the boogeyman, run, and nobody's been
talking
pressing
about Trump
on behalf of
talking
black
about Trump.
people because we've been just waiting for Democrats to get back in.
I do not agree with you on that statement. There has been a lot
Watch him
of people
defend White Daddy.
that have asked him, what about the wall? What about the kids and cages? I mean, there's a lot of things that
I understand
me,
that.
I'm not going to give him no plus signs whatsoever.
Shut up.
But check this out. I'm talking about pressing him to give things to black people. These are country issues. I'm talking about black people pressing him to give things to black people. Everybody treated him like the boogeyman. Nobody would go and press him to give things to black people. The stuff that he's doing to the rest of the country, I understand that, but we raggedy. We got to get our. We have to press any president that ends up winning. We have to press, or it's not going to work. We can't just press one side.
He says when we do press him that the other people are fine people. I mean, is that right? He won't denounce the people that hurt us and suppress us, and then the policeman had his neck on somebody's neck for 9 minutes. He never support them.
I'm not here to fight about what he did, what he didn't do. Is he a good white man? Is he a bad white man? To me, they pretty much all the same. So now,
I don't agree with that.
With that said,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with. Can I? I don't agree. I used to be.
Well, look. I know we've had all kind of presidents, and our situation hasn't changed. So that's why I said they're pretty much all the same when it comes to a president and dealing with our situation.
I gotta ask this question because you're on this show with the cocktails with the queens, and there's a reason for that. It wasn't to have you defend or not defend Donald Trump. It was about I care about what's in this contract with Black America for women, and it's not we're not mentioned at all in the contract with Black America. And
You're mentioned. I mean, when you mention black people, you mention in black women. So don't count yourself out.
No, that's not true.
That's like administration say that when they
black people is not
black
women. Black women are not included in black people.
No, but that's like you saying. That's like when the president says minorities, then he's including black people. But we all know that's not the case. Black women have specific needs that are not also being met.
Hypocrite.
And we also feel that there should be some things that are specific to us and our plight as well. And I
understand that.
I feel like as a black man, you can leave.
No.
I feel like
I just offered y'all to write a section out for it. I just said I don't mind if you guys help us. You guys help us write a section. No, I've been open to all kind of experts in putting this together. It wasn't just me. We dealt with experts in all fields of this contract with Black America. So we're willing to deal with experts in the section when it comes to women. So that's no problem.
Okay,
I'll help you write it. I'll help you write it.
Say you do get the money. How soon do you think your plan is going to go into effect?
Okay. You see the combativeness? You see the mindset? You see how they want to divide us and compete against us, arguing against everything this man is trying to do. Everything this man is trying to do. This is a man that's been married to the same woman since before he became a star. Look at the beautiful family he's raised. Look at what he's done in Hollywood. Look at his son. This is a hell of an example of a black man, and they're challenging him. And they're calling Kevin Samuels a hypocrite. This woman is just bitter, and she's angry because she realizes she's hit the wall Men don't want her. She's for recreational use only. She is the example of what
one of his
Kevin
last
Samuels was
statements
talking
that,
about.
he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good. And
that's you. And he didn't say no good. He said you're left over. He said you're left over. That means there's something wrong with you. That's you. Look at your weave. Look at all the cosmetic surgery. Young ladies, this is how it ends for you. It doesn't end good. What's 50 doing though? What's 50 doing though? Yeah, probably with a 20-something-year-old anytime you want to be.
Disposable. To me, it was a shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality. Rest in peace.
Well, yes. There you go. Lisa.
Fellas, this is what we're dealing with, fellas. This is when Kevin Samuels say, can't make this up. We know what it is. And to you weak Negroes who are so weak, and I just love it. Get your bitch ass off of this video. You make me sick because you're the problem. It's one thing when you don't know, but it's right in front of your face. Look at these women. Look at them. This is the results. This is the results. All of them. Failed. These were beautiful women 20, 30 years ago. What it is they mad that they don't have power no more. She got something real personal against Kevin Samuels. Yeah, she understands. She's the type that he's talking about. Yo silly ass. Don't you know he's going to be bigger dead than he was alive?
All right, we got to go to you next. I want to hear what you got to say about this one.
You know what? I will say this. I like Marlon's response a little bit, half of it, because it was very grown up. And it was very in the middle-ish because he wanted to pay homage to him.
Listen to her, brothers.
And giving him an excuse and an out to be able to say, well, maybe his truth helped some people. It was a little brash, but hey, that was his way. We do know for sure and certain that social media made him this breakout, social Instagram famous person. You know what I mean? But I agree with Vivica. I think that sometimes when you are trying to help, it got to come in a kind of way because we're your kind. We are your type, meaning we're Black. You know what I mean? And we are family. You know what I mean? So
now we family. Now we family. Who's the hypocrite? And by the way, isn't Kamala, Black woman, married to a white man and the vice president? Come on, women. What has she done? Did they even look at Ice Cube's plan? What has she done for Black women? Fucking hypocrite. Fellas, look, if y'all can't see this, it's your fault. And I delight in watching these type of women drag y'all bitch asses. This right here is for the alpha melanated masculine men. G's up. Talking to the men. G's up, hoes down. Get your bitch ass out the room. This is for the warriors amongst us. Listen to her.
When you talk to us, because we as a race have been through so much, and it's almost like talking to us like this does not help us even listen and hear you.
Talking to us like this. You see how she did? Ain't your girl.
Need you to be this thing for me so I don't feel a certain way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put so much pressure on you and find really sneaky ways to manipulate you so that you will always be the thing that I need you to be so that I'm happy.
Hypocrisy. Like this, with your finger like this. That's how they talk to us. You got a hell of a nerve, Lisa Ray. You got a hell of a nerve.
Really follow him, and I didn't really watch him a lot because when I did sometimes, I liked the way he looked. You know what I mean? But then when I turned the volume up, I kept turning it down. You know what I mean? he just looked debonair and he looked like, oh, okay, let me listen to the brother. But once I did not like all of the, the commentary that he had to say.
Mm-hmm.
So absolutely, rest in peace. It was sudden. We didn't expect it. And, I don't wish this on anyone, and my condolences to his family.
All right. Good points. Good points, Lisa Ray. And Selena, gotta hear from you. What you think?
Okay, so first of all, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. I don't want to speak negatively on the deceased.
Yeah, you do.
But let's just be honest. Kevin Samuels consistently shook the table. Okay. And I feel like the word healing is the fool in a way, because I think I'm just rest in peace.
They're making mockery of this man's death.
Healing is the fool. I think that he was more his words were more traumatizing. Yes. As opposed to healing. I don't think that anything that he said invoked healing.
All of these so-called educated black women attacking him but not attacking his argument. All of these so-called, taking a break here, all of these so-called black women attacking him, so-called intelligent, educated black women, cannot attack his argument. They're attacking him.
Again, shook the table. Yes. Started conversations. Yes. But healing, I would not use that word. And I think I have to agree with Lisa Ray on this too, because I think that, maybe Marlon was just trying to, find some light in this dark.
How dare Marlon give kind words to his brother?
It's unfortunate how he passed. I hate that he did, even though I did not like the things that he said at all. And in my Lisa Ray voice, at all. Mm-hmm. I do
misery loves company.
Understand where Marlon is.
Misery loves company, fellas.
But the word healing is.
See, this is God's punishment to a woman.
Kind of offensive in a way.
To a woman.
To the women who were actually
who grow old
he spoke those
because
words, that venom toward,
they threw away their youth listening to this foolishness.
When they left the show, they might have even had to go see a therapist after talking to him. Yeah. So
they needed the therapist before.
I don't agree with the basis, a lot of the stuff he said.
Brothers,
but I do understand what he was making.
If you can see this and you still get played by these women, you deserve it.
I'm going to say this, and people can be mad at me if they want to. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you. That's okay, you died. Guess what? Every single person in all these squares and everybody watching is going to die. So we can't be held accountable for the things that we say while we were alive. Listen, I think he has some very valid points. I think people are.
Did she say held accountable?
Very unrealistic about relationships. I think a lot of women and a lot of men are. It's not a woman thing and it's not a man thing.
Yes, it is.
But he just so happened to pop when he started coming for black women, because he did start off being negative towards black men, and people weren't really trying to hear that. Brothers weren't trying to hear about themselves.
You know why brothers weren't trying to hear about themselves? Black men hear about our shortcomings every day. All of my life, it's no secret about our shortcomings. We see it in the movies. We see it on TV. We hear it from our women in the songs. We hear it all the time. It's not that it didn't work because he was criticizing black men. It's just that it's not nothing new. What's new is a mirror being held up to y'all's faces. See, the white man has protected y'all. The slave master has protected y'all. He has promoted y'all. He has encouraged this fake ass hair and this feminism and this bullshit ass philosophy that, as you can see, fails. This is how it ends. See how they take the young thugs off the streets and the gangbangers and they take them to prison and say, hey, this is how it ends for you. Take them to the cemetery or the morgue and they say, hey, all you thugs and wannabe gangsters, this is how it ends for you. Well, all you rebellious, masculine females who are victims of Willie Lynch, and can't nobody tell you nothing except your educator, who you go to work for, Fox Soul, who you go to work for. Nobody can tell you nothing except White Daddy. White Daddy ain't gonna critique you. White Daddy controlled everything until the internet. Kevin Samuels, the first black man that can't control the internet. And all of these women tried to shut him up. Fuck freedom of speech. It don't count for black men. Ain't that right, Colin Kaepernick? You can't peacefully protest. We'll throw you out the league. First Amendment, freedom of speech. Black man, you can't talk. Shut your mouth, black man. Be quiet. Listen to these hypocrites.
But what they were trying to hear about was how it's the women's fault.
Interesting.
So then he...
No, it's not the women's fault. It's the men's fault. It's the men's fault. You know why? Because we're ignorant. Our woman has been taken from us. And guess what? When we stand up to try to take her back, white daddy is there to support you with his system and everything else. And you know it. And you know it.
He blew up. And then our dumbasses went and supported him. You know what I mean? And he made, I heard, like up to $3 million off of his YouTube and all that from said black women. So I think, again, I think there is a place for people like Kevin Samuels to say, listen, you're being unrealistic. You have nothing you're bringing to the table and you want this high value man, although Kevin Samuels himself was not a high value man.
What? Kevin Samuels was making millions. Number one. Number two, look at how he dressed and carried himself as a professional. Number two, he's over 6 feet. He ain't short. Number three, if he's not a that's your opinion. Here's the reality, Claudia Jordan. You're not a high value woman. You know what, men, we determine what high value is in women, and y'all determine what high value is in us. You're not a high value woman anymore. You're over the hill. You're past the wall. Kevin Samuels is not a high value man. What?
While you playing, okay? He just, he looked the part. And
you're not even playing. Yeah, you're not even perpetrating the fault, because come to find out, he thought there was, this is the thing that kills me about this Instagram, this social media thing. All these people faking it for the gram, because supposedly he was, rolling the cars and this, that, and third. Heard he had an apartment. Talking about how if you want to get, like a man like him, like he was some great catch. He was faking the funk for the gram, and
I think his legacy is unfortunate.
Faking the funk for, you know what? I'm gonna let the sister get you. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm gonna let the sister get you. Where's my crimson cure? I'm in love with this sister and what she talk about. I'm in love with her mind and her spirit. I'm gonna let her get her. Get her. Faking the funk for the gram. Did you hear that, hip hop?
I'm not gonna finish playing that clip.
Get her.
But there was another point in it that I thought was a little bit of jealousy on Lisa Ray's part. Mad at Kevin because his net worth was like $3 or $4 million. In these Instagram, YouTube celebrities, blah 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 blah.
Get her, sister. Get him.
Know high value, man, and da 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 da. So if being a millionaire is not high value, what is?
Listen, brothers. Listen.
Especially in y'all world. Especially in the American nightmare world. The lost value system world. Yeah, especially over there.
Get her, sister. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead, sister. Now that's a queen.
They make this little money off of the internet. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sister.
We do. And?
Go ahead, sister. The Crimson Cure, fellas. The Crimson Cure, fellas.
Where you at right now? On the internet.
Go ahead, sister. Not all. You right. Not all. Not all. Go ahead, sister. I love
Sitting on a YouTube platform. Boop.
Fox Soul. On YouTube.
Talking outside your neck. Boop.
Go ahead, sister.
You ain't no better than any other YouTube content creator. Boop. And you not even on your own channel. You on a network channel. Boop.
Go ahead, sister.
How much of a stipend they giving you for being on that panel? Boop, boop.
Go ahead, sister.
I make all my coin from YouTube myself. Boop.
Go ahead. Boop, boop, boop. Go ahead, sister. Not all.
You splitting coins with Fox Soul and everybody else on your panel. Boop. You don't know how much Fox Soul is making off the back end analytics of that video. Boop. And you still gotta report it to the IRS. Boop, boop, boop.
Go ahead, sister. Hey, no Kevin Samuels. Go ahead. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead. He done started his own platform and became a millionaire. And you working for the slave master, taking your degrees.
Y'all ain't the only one know how a dollar work. Boop.
Go ahead, sister. What Farrakhan say about what they do with their degrees, brother? What Farrakhan say what they do about their degree? Brothers, look here. We have options. It's a big world out there. Check out this channel, one of my favorite channels. It's called Zoom to Thailand. It's a brother who had enough and he traveled to Asia.
Let me give a big shout out to Richie Mack. This is the gentleman.
And Kevin Samuels gave him a shout out when Kevin was living.
Really, I don't think I've ever seen. I don't know if I've seen
Zoom to
YouTube
Thailand.
videos
Check
that
this
have
out,
this
fellas.
type of production.
Subscribe.
I'm the travel OG, and I traded in my Hollywood lifestyle for the sexy beaches of Pattaya, Thailand. We're bringing you exclusive interviews, showing you what the golf courses are like.
This is brothers.
This
This is brothers who's had enough of America. And they understand we're not on a plantation, so as an option, there's black women and women, melanin all over the world.
The man on the front line who tells the truth to men and women. Wait, stop the music.
Men and women.
Before we get into this, I want to give a shout out to the lead attorney. Are y'all ready?
This is him in Thailand, brothers.
By the way she takes care of
This
me,
is his girlfriend.
She inspires me every day. She lets me get my work done. She doesn't nag. She makes me breakfast every morning. And she can fry some chicken. Thais know how to fry. I even taught her how to make grits. She makes me grits in the morning. She's learning pancakes. She's a good cook. I mean, whatever I like or whatever makes me happy, that's what she does to keep me happy. And I do the same for her. She makes me dinner at night if we don't go out. She brings me tea before she goes to bed. Walking it out. We're walking it out. Say walk it.
This is an option, brother. We're not on a plantation, brothers. There's black women all over the world. Here's another channel I love. It's called Black Men Travels. He's in Brazil. It's a Brazilian girl right here. He's just walking the streets.
What's the name? Instagram? What's the Instagram?
She's giving her Instagram. Look how pretty this girl is. All natural. Very friendly. He just walked up to her and starts talking to her. Come on, brothers. We're not on a plantation, brothers. There's beautiful black women all over the world. Look at the African diaspora. These black women and black people outside of Africa. Brazil has more black people than the United States. Brazil has more black people than the United States. This is not a plantation. There are black women all over the world who come from a different culture. America and Willie Lynch is the worst. This is the worst place to choose a woman for dating and marriage. We're not on a plantation, fellas. We're free. This is an option, fellas. Black women are all over the world. Asia, brothers, Africa, Central and South America, the Caribbean. And guess what? They're not going to fight with you about who's the woman and who's the man. They understand their role. They haven't been broken. They haven't been broken, brothers. We have options. It's an all men's meeting. Here's your worth.
Now, who is the man?
Here's your worth, brother. Here's your worth.
The man? See, the man.
This is who you are.
The example of what a real man is. Now,
come on, leader.
This
is serious.
Coming to the close.
Coming to the close. You need to know who you are.
The real man.
The real one.
The Bible calls him Christ.
The example.
The Quran calls him
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
You need to know who you are.
Listen now.
And know your worth.
He's a man born of a woman, but he's a man.
That's right.
The Bible does not describe him as a Caucasian. The Bible said he had hair like lamb's wool.
Nappy.
And he had feet like burnished brass. Daniel said, I beheld the Ancient of Days.
They don't want you to know.
The thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. He had hair like lamb's wool and feet like burnished brass. His eyes were like burning coals. What are you saying, God? I beheld an ancient man.
Come on.
And when all the rulers were cast down, the Ancient of Days was sitting.
That's you, black man.
And he had hair like lamb's wool, and his eyes were burnt like fire. Because he's coming up out of oppression. He's coming up out of his deep sleep, and he's angry as hell at what he has suffered.
That's right.
He's an ancient man.
This is our time. Look around the world.
Who is that ancient man?
We coming to take it back.
Who is that Ancient of Days?
Come on.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad asked the question, who is
The original man.
The original is the first man. The original is the man from whom all other men take their characteristics. The Bible says from one blood came all men. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, the original man is the Asiatic black man. The owner, the maker, the cream of the planet Earth. The God of the universe. Hold it. Why is the black man the original man?
Listen.
Why did you call it the Asiatic black man and not the African black man?
Listen.
The continent called Africa was named that by Europeans.
Listen. Understand who you are.
What was it called before he called it Africa?
Listen.
What were you called before you got the name Johnson and Jones and Smith and Culpeper and Underwood and Overbrook and Washington and Lincoln and Bush and Jackson and Jones?
Listen.
These are not your names. He named you like he named Africa. He named you like he named the Native American. Called him an Indian. Just because he was trying to find a new route to India, got lost and ran into some people, he said, oh, these must be Indians.
All men.
He called this Texas, so you're a Texan.
It's all men.
He called that the Caribbean, so you're from Barbados and Trinidad and Jamaica. But what was it before he named it? What's the original name of the earth? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that the original name of the earth is Asia. And the original people of the earth are Asiatic. They're black people. On all parts of the earth, we were there. Yes. Go to China. The original people there are black. Go to Japan. The original people there are black. Go to India. The original people there are black. Go to Australia and New Zealand. The original people there are black. Go to Central and South America. The original people there are black. You're not black because you're cursed. You're black because you're the first life that God created. You're the first man that God created.
You're the first man God created. The ultimate alpha male, the first man on the planet. The genetic superior human being on the planet. This is what they don't want you to know. And if you're too weak to stand up, get out of the way and let us real men step in and start putting some foot in that ass. This is alpha melaninated masculine objectives. I love you, brothers. It's wartime.